Welcome, guys, to Dummy Football, Episode 1, Part 2.
I think
All
it's
right.
on the
As
screen.
Group B, we have Costa Rica, Germany, Japan, and Spain. Um, some notable names from this Costa Rican team. You have goalkeepers Keylor Navas and Esteban Alvarado. You have defenders Francisco Calvo, Oscar Duarte, Brian Oviedo, Ronald Matarrita, and Kendall Watson. You have midfielders Cesar Borges, Gerson Torres, um, Brian Ruiz, still playing Brian Ruiz. And you have forwards like Joe Campbell, Johan
Oh,
Venegas, and Anthony Contreras. Um, I said, we've probably seen this team's peak in the 2014 World Cup, I believe it was. Um, I just think this team is not able to compete with these other bigger teams in this group. Um, I think they'll be lucky enough to get a point from Japan and just try to hold out for Spain against Germany. Um, Anybody else wants to add anything else about this Costa Rican team?
you.
Just Brian Reese, what a player.
Yeah, Brian Reed, what a legend to be playing at this World Cup, man.
Yeah.
Brian Rees is a Fulham legend, first of all. Joel Campbell, a guy that kind of struggled at Arsenal, didn't really live up to his full potential. Oviedo, a player who played for Everton, I think, for a couple years. I think maybe he's still there. I don't know. But Keylor Navas is a player that you're like amazing with Real Madrid, amazing with PSG, but he does struggle with the national team. There's only so much shots that Keylor Navas can take, and I think in a group with Germany and Spain, there's gonna be a lot of shots coming. So
Yep.
I don't think that bodes well for them.
Yeah, and as a USA and Mexico fans, we know a lot about this Costa Rican team, and especially Brian Reeves for the years that I've been a playmaker for that team. Um, all right. Up next we got Germany. They got Manuel Neuer, Ter Stegen, and Kevin Trapp in goal. Defenders: Matthias Ginter, Antonio Rudiger, Niklas Stoll, Nico Stolterbeck, Thilo Kerr, David Raum, Lucas Klosterman, Armela Bella Ketchup, Christian Gunter. Midfielders: Ilkay Gundogan, Jonas Hoffman, Leon Goretzka, Serge Gnabry, Leo Steiner, Jamal Musiala, Joshua Kimmich, Thomas Müller, Julian Brandt, Mario Götze, and the forward you have Kaya Herbert, Gustavo Mokoko, Nicholas Folkor, and Karim Adeyemi. Very, very good squad, I would say, from the German team. I mean, it's always the German team that have very good squads. I think to call it football, it's 11 versus 11, and at the end the Germans win. But man, this team is very. You find depth in every position in this German team. Um, what are your thoughts, Junior, on this team?
Yeah, like you said, it's 11 against 11. The Germans win. I don't know how they do it. It's that perseverance. They're strong, they technical, they have everything. Yeah, this is the team to beat, I think. If you could beat the Germans, you get something. And I don't think anybody in this group other than Spain could give Germany some kind of battle. They're walk down the park, I think.
Jordan, your thoughts?
I see a little bit difference. Think even though they do have this big of a quality, this like legacy, I feel like it's a new coach. How is he gonna experience this World Cup? If we do remember, Mexico and South Korea stunned them last World Cup. I feel like I could see them struggle in this group. Japan obviously has played really good teamwork style football. Spain too with the tiki taka and a mixture of a very good possession. A lot of good at counterattacking in that team. So Germany, even though they are have quality all over the place, I could see them struggle in one of these games.
Yeah, fair enough. I
Impressive though,
mean,
as always. Impressive as always.
you know, Marco Royce, man, I felt bad for him missing another World Cup yet again with Germany. Um, and in the form that he was playing, it just felt like he was able to be performing. Timo Werner, of course, as well, not making the German squad. Um, yeah, it's
Timo
gonna
Werner
be
had it coming.
it's a it's a very good German team, but you just wonder how they're gonna work together. Very good individual players. Um, all right, up next we got Japan. How Jordan alluded to it, a team that collectively play very good football. Um, you got notable players in there like Daisen Maeda, uh, Takuma Sano, Ritsu Duan, Takefuso Kubo, Takumi Minamino, Hiroko Saki, Tahiro Tomoyasu, Maya Yoshida, um, Koet Itakura, Yoto Nagatomo. Still playing Yoto Nagatomo? Wow.
Legend.
Um, as again, how we've been saying about these teams that are gonna just try to put in an effort for this World Cup, try to make it difficult for the bigger teams and try to get something out of it. Um, and at the end of the day, for these smaller nations, they're just trying to make their countries proud and show them that they put up fights against these bigger teams. Um, um, Anybody has any thoughts about this Japanese team?
You want to go first, Junior?
We're just gonna say, like you said, that they have a clear idea what type of football they want to play, and they play really well. It's just that last factor of talent. They don't necessarily have a lot of it in the technicality of it, I would say, like other players, but they're very organized. It's just that one thing that they're missing to take them over the edge over bigger teams. Like, could they scrap out like a draw? Yeah. Could they, all these things, but beat them? I don't know if they could actually accomplish that. But they don't necessarily have not necessarily a star player, but a star striker in that sense that could get them. You need that player that could just win you a game. I don't think they have one.
Right.
But that's a very good team. When you look at all their players, it's just very solid, very a team that if it wasn't knockout football and it was like what's it called, a league, they could be up there.
Yeah, yeah. Junior,
Junior.
Jordan, your thoughts?
Ritsu Duan, a good winger slash striker. Nagatomo, a good left back slash center mid. Minamino, a good center attacking mid, winger, striker, playing wherever. He's a solid. Tahiro Tomoyasu, my favorite Arsenal right back. I wish he would play more, but I love this team so much just because of the quality of player that they have there, and it's players that you wish would sign for bigger clubs. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why it doesn't happen. Liverpool had Minamino, but they loaned him out. And I wish Japan had the respect of nations because they did do very well in the 2006 World Cup, and nothing came from it. And I think that's what they're striving for is to win it or to get past that stage. And I think that's the expectation Japan should have because they are very good, especially how they play in a 4-2-3-1. So I hope they could squeak out some wins against Germany, Spain, or Costa Rica, because it would be a fun ride to root for the underdog.
Yeah, and I think consistently Japan have produced some quality players. Maybe not at the world class level, but very consistently good football players. Um, all right, up next, the Spanish team. In goal, you have Unai Simon, Robert Sanchez, and David Raya. Defenders, Dani Carvajal, Cesar Espelicueta, Eric Garcia, Hugo Guillamon, Pau Torres, Almeric Laporte, Jordi Alba, Jose Gaya. In midfield, you have Busquets, Rodri, Gavi, Carlos Soler, Marcos Llorente, Pedri, and Coque. And you have forward Ferran Torres, Nico Williams, Jeremy Pino, Alvaro Morata, Marcos Asensio, Pablo Sarabia, Dani Olmo, and Ansu Fati. Okay, I know this is one that I'm gonna take a little bit longer time on because some of the selection by Luis Enrique is I don't understand some of these players that got called up. Um, in goal, I don't know why he didn't call David De Gea. He's been absolutely incredible for Manchester United this season. Um, I don't know how you don't pick someone with the experience that David De Gea has for the Spanish team. And some of the defensive defensive picks, Eric Garcia, I just don't rate as a defender. Yes, he can pass the ball from the back, but a defender's there to defend first and foremost.
Interesting.
Sergio Busquets, I don't think his season has been very poor. You have players up top like Ferran Torres, and even players like Pablo Sarabia that I just don't understand their inclusion into this squad. But overall, Spain have a clear idea of what they play. They know what as a rival to when you're facing this team, what their team is going to do, and what their idea of playing is. Um, I can think it can easily get out of this group stage. Maybe Germany can give them a little hard time, but I feel like they can get out of this group easily.
You can go, Junior.
Yeah, the same thing you were saying. As much as I don't like, not that I don't like the guy, but I just don't. I feel like he could do so much better. I, as just excluding him is kind of crazy to me because of how good his reflexes are and how good he could get to the ball. I just none of those other goalkeepers are at that level, so that's the big thing. Like, there's not much experience in this team other than Sergio Busquets, and De Gea would have added that experience to the team, and Sergio Ramos. So they're kind of, even if you're not gonna play them, I always thought like having players of that caliber in your team, just day to day, is very important. Especially when you see this team and you're trying to see who has that captain mentality, or kind of like, oh, I'm gonna take this team on my shoulders, and I can't see someone that's like, oh yeah, I'll do this. I mean, you got like good captains in here with Spilicueta. He's a great captain, and then Dani Carvajal as well. But they're not that type of player. You know what I mean? Like, when shit gets tough, they're gonna be like, yeah, this is on me, type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's where they feel like they lack. Like, they're gonna play good football, but it's just that, like I said, that little thing that makes you a winner or a World Cup winning team is they don't have that. But very good team. I'm impressed with the selection. And again, the forward line is always hit or miss with Spain.
Yeah.
And I think they went with the false 10 they were playing. I don't know.
That
So,
line false nine.
yeah, I mean, false 9. Well, sorry.
I feel like people forget that they did make it to the semifinal of the Euros. So they do have a tournament under Luis Enrique. I feel after that 2014 World Cup embarrassment and the 2018 World Cup embarrassment, they have slowly but surely been going up. And I feel like they could kind of be like a USA team where they'll make it into the quarterfinals or something and get eliminated. But people will still say that was impressive. Again, with the selection, I trust Luis Enrique. He is Very good coach. Just, I guess it's time for the young bulls to step in.
All right.
That's all I gotta say.
To finish the group.
The mic's very low, Kevin.
Your top two to finish the group.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Germany and Spain in that order. Again, Germany just has that advantage of just the play style that they play, and then they have actually people that could score consistently. I don't think Spain has that. So Germany, Spain.
Yeah, I have the exact same thing. Germany in first, Spain in second. Although Spain did beat Croatia by like a crazy scoreline in the Euros. Germany's Germany, you know.
Yeah, same here. I got Germany in first and Spain in second. All right. The next group we got Belgium, Canada, Croatia, and Morocco.
You sound very low.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Better.
Closer.
All right. Group F, you have Courtois, Mignolet, and Castells as goalkeepers. You have Vertonghen of the world, Den Donker, Debas, Siet, and Faiz. In midfield, you have Van Anken, Witzel, Tielemans, Onana, Carrasco, Hazard, Stein, and Muner. And in the forward, you got Lukaku, Batshuayi, Openda, Mkhitaryan, Hazard, Doku, Mertens, and Leandro Trossard. Yeah, I think the golden age for this Belgian team, I think, has passed. A lot of these golden age players are already getting older and a little getting past their prime. Some question marks on Lukaku's fitness. The defense of Vertonghen and Underworld isn't as strong as it used to be. Still some solid midfielder players, some wide players, but a lot of question marks overall. Courtois wasn't, in my opinion, the best goalkeeper in the world right now, but I still don't know about that defense. Junior, your thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, the same thing. Especially with Hazard not being at what he can be. I feel like he was their big focal point in attack, even though De Bruyne scores just as much as Hazard. I think Hazard gives you that extra thing that other teams were kind of would try to break down, so that they weren't as dangerous. So not having Hazard at peak Hazard is just makes them weaker. But like you said, that midfield is solid. So as long, if they could get those balls in to the striker and he's scoring them, like they could surprise people. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. If they get those balls in the area, that's a crucial thing because Lukaku needs to score. But as you guys were saying that they're older, I think that could be an advantage to them because they've been there before. This guy's been there. So I feel like this might be the year that they realize it's our time now. We gotta win it now. We can't wait another 4 years. And I think this might bring them into the World Cup with a better mentality of we are that team. We're not here to surprise anybody. We're here to win it. We're here to do what we claim to do. We were going to do last 4 years. Very solid team. Courtois, like you said, coming off a very good season with Real Madrid. And then Hazard also coming off with Real Madrid winning that trophy. De Bruyne playing at his peak. The defenders, Vertonghen playing in Benfica, having a great season. Like I feel like this team could impress a lot of people. It should impress a lot of people.
Alrighty, up next we got the Canadian team. Um, some notable players in that squad. You got Samuel Adekugbe, Richie Larry, Derek Cornelius. You have Mark Anthony Kay, Jonathan Osorio, Atiba Hutchison, Stephen Eustachio, Samuel Pete, Lucas Cavallini, Junior Hoylett, Jonathan David, Kyle Larin, and Alfonso Davies. Um, very good team overall. Surprised a lot in the CONCACAF qualifiers. Um, I don't know that I feel like this team could do a surprise in this group. Um, it could be a team that a lot of these bigger teams will underestimate. Junior, your thoughts?
Yeah, but I also feel like they could be overwhelmed. This being their first World Cup in, right? Is this the first World Cup in general?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
so.
Yeah, just I think that could be overwhelming as this, and I also like, yeah, they performed overperformed in the CONCACAF, but also I think most of them wins were at home, and at home they just had a huge advantage.
Yeah, they play in the freaking cold, dude.
Yeah, they had home advantage a lot. It's like when you go play in Bolivia, they had a home advantage. I just think they knew what they had and they benefited from it. So I think they could underperform, especially their squad's gonna give. This group is gonna give them some leeway, so they could try to figure out what how the best to play. But they could be overwhelmed.
Jordan, your thoughts?
I think they're a very solid team in CONCACAF, but I think in the World Cup it's a different monster. That's all I gotta say.
All right, the Croatian team. Um, you have the goalkeeper Livakovic, Gribic, Vida, Lovren, Barisic, Javerdol, Sosa, Stanisic, Sutalo, Modric, Kovacic, Brozovic, Pasalic, Vlasic, Major, Perisic, Kramaric, Petkovic, Budimir, and Livaja. Um, I said a very familiar team. This Croatian team, they've been playing with each other for a while now. They play to their strengths. Um, you have a team that that are that don't have Rakitic for first year, so this will be a Modric, Kovacic, Brozovic midfield team. Um, After their 2018, I don't know if anybody thinks they can repeat that same sign, but I feel like they can do something in this World Cup. Uh, Junior, your thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like I have this team winning the group just because, like what you said, this team has been playing together for a long time, and then the way with Belgium, they actually overperformed to what it was expected of them. So I feel like they're gonna win this group.
Jordan, your thoughts?
Croatia were the 2018 darling. They almost made it out of the way. I think they're missing a big piece without Mario Mandzukic, and I don't think Rakitic did a lot also on them Croatian team. I think he should have been credited with getting there more than Modric, but I feel like they missed their time. I feel like the year was perfect, 2018, and I don't think they're gonna be able to recover.
All right, up next, the Moroccan team. Um, you have notable players in there like Hakimi, Romain Saz, Mazraoui, um, Aguerd, goalkeeper Bono, midfielder like Sofian Amrabat, um, a forward Sofian Bofal, yourself in the city is Abde Isal Zulzi, Amni Harit, and Hakim Ziyech. Um, I'll say this African team trying to give in a good show for the AFCON. Um, very talented side. Um, don't know if they'll be able to get out of this group. Jordan, your thoughts?
Is it Idrissi going?
Is who?
Idrissi, the Feyenoord left winger.
No, he's not going.
Oh, there's toast. I knew that would make you laugh, TJ. Yeah, Morocco Ziyech is very good. That's all I really have to say. I don't know that much about Morocco. I think they did have a good AFCON tournament, but besides that, I don't really have anything else to say. Hopefully, they surprise me.
Yeah, the same. I just not very much. It's very thin squad, I would say. They just their best player, CH and Hakimi, they could do some damage on that side, but it's very unbalanced. So I don't feel like they would necessarily make a dent in this group that they would hope they would want to do. So I have them knocked out of this group.
Alrighty, Junior, your top two for this group.
I have Croatia and Belgium.
Jordan, your top two.
I have Belgium and Canada.
Respect.
Surprise upset.
I respect that. It's a toss up, really. Both.
It's just I gotta say Croatia without Mandzukic. That's a very different team.
All right, I got Croatia winning the group and Belgium making it in second. All right, the next group we got Brazil, Cameroon, Serbia, and Switzerland. All right, Brazil names like Ederson, Weverton, Dani Alves, Danilo, Alexandro, Alex Telles, Bremer, Eder Militao, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro, Everton Ribeiro, Fabinho, Fred, Lucas Paquetá, Anthony, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli, Neymar, Pedro, Rafinha, Richarlison, Rodrigo, and Vinicius Jr. Overall, a lot of firepower in this Brazilian team, a lot of attacking talent. Um, their defense left something to be desired. But overall, from the midfield up, they have a very, very, very good squad. Um, even in the goalkeeper, they have two of the best Premier League goalkeepers in Allison and Anderson. So if one of them's injured, you have a backup. Um, up there with probably top two favorites for this World Cup, alongside with Argentina. Um, Jordan, your thoughts?
I know everybody has seen the meme of you just have Casemiro, Paqueta, Thiago Silva as the defense, and then everybody else attacking. And I feel like Brazil is the only time they could really compete is if they have a very good fullbacks. And I think Alex Tejas is good, but I don't think he's that type of quality of a winner like Dani Alves or Cafu or Roberto Carlos.
I think you said it right there. The fact that they're taking Dani Alves when Dani Alves hasn't even performed as, you know, the Barcelona Dani Alves, or even the Brazil, when he was in Brazil. I just that's a question mark right there. That defense. So like they're just gonna rely on their attack and their midfield, and hopefully that'll get them through.
Yeah, I see them struggling in the wings. Their attackers are going to have to defend, which I know Brazilian attackers hate defending. But it'll be interesting because they could just do a Real Madrid and just score more goals than you can score on them.
All right, up next, the Cameroon team. You have Andro Nana in defense, Castelletto and defense, uh, Olivier Mbiaso, Nicolas Nkulu, Oliver Nichram in midfielder, Pierre Kunde in midfield, Lambo Anguiza, Jerome Meningum, and in forward you have players like Brian Mbombo, George Kevin Nkundu, Jean-Pierre Nsame, Vincent Abubakar, Kao Tuko Nkambe, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Overall, just a very good squad when you think of the names that are in that um, Cameroonian side. Um, feel like they're able to do something in this group. Um, but what are your thoughts, Junior?
I I don't think so. I feel like they're gonna be bottom of the group. I don't think out of all the. I mean, gotta say the African team, they're kind of disappointing with Tunisia and Morocco. They're very slim squads. Cameroon is up there as well. To me, it's very slim in their quality that they could produce. So hopefully they do better than what it looks like they could do. So it's actually an interesting group, but I don't see them making much points.
Did they take the Inter goalie?
Who? Onana?
Yeah,
Did they?
I'm asking Calvin because I don't know if he said him.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that guy's having an amazing season in the Champions League. I think he could help them get through, but I see them finishing like in a third, but close to second spot. You know, like I could see them competing, but to be honest, like Junior said, Africa again. I hope they don't disappoint because Senegal is probably the best team coming out of the AFCON.
Yep. And it's a shame that Egypt is not in here. Because I feel like Egypt would have done better than Tunisia and Morocco, to name a few. But hopefully I'm wrong.
Don't sleep.
But they have to play Nation League.
All right, the Serbian squad, notable players like Marko Dimitrovic, Predrag Rajkovic, Stefan Mitrovic, Gultic, Milinkovic Savic, Kostic, Maximovic, strikers like Mitrovic, Lajovic, and Tadic, Luka Jovic in there as well. Um, Not a bad side. I think they'll be able to get out if they have some luck towards their side. But a very Italian-based side. What are your thoughts on this squad, Junior?
I feel like this is might be a dark horse that people don't expect much from them, but I feel like this is a very good team. I actually have them coming out second. I feel like they could impress some people by how they're talented, they're technical, they're strong, they can be fast, they have an idea of how to play, they play to their strengths. I think it's a very good Serbian team.
Alrighty.
Just on paper, though. Then when you play them, it's another thing. But yeah, I expect a lot from this team.
Jordan, your thoughts?
They have a lot of players that are coming into their age, coming into their prime, and I don't know how they play. I haven't watched them play. I don't know what formation they would play because they do have a lot of good strikers. But it's only up. My expectations could only go high. That's all I really gotta say.
All right. The Swiss team. You have their goalkeeper Jan Sommer, Riga Kobe, defenders like Kanji, Nico Velde, Fabian Shaw, Ricardo Rodriguez, Sylvan Wilmer, midfielder like Shakiri, Renato Stacy, Granit Xhaka, Denis Zakaria, Remo Freuler, Noah Okafor, forwards like Berlin Bolu, Dribble Sal, Harit Seferovic. Overall, what's your look on this team, Jordan?
Ooh. Junior, is it just me or is Kevin sound low to you?
He sounds low, but he's talking to you.
Well, he's muted right now, so I don't know what he's saying.
No, he was saying like, what do you think of this team?
It's because it's very low, so I have to like very intently listen.
Yeah.
But I love Switzerland from the last World Cup. I feel like they have to build on to that Euro, especially with Xhaka playing very good for Arsenal. Jan Sommer, he's an incredible goalkeeper. Could possibly win the Golden Glove. We'll see, but this is a very tough group.
Yeah, just to add to that, yeah, it's they're coming into their skin, I guess you could say. Like, it could actually surprise some people how well they.
Coming on my skin.
I don't know. It's kind of like you look at the roster and it's a good squad. So do better than what some people expect, but at the same time, you need that extra thing. I don't think there's a player there that could take them over the edge. So they will have to rely on how well they do as a team.
They're very much of a team. Like they don't really have one standout player, but they all play very well together.
Mm-hmm. So they'll have to rely on the teamwork.
Yeah, they're an amazing team to watch. If you remember the France game, they went 3-3 into penalties, and Mbappe missed. I don't know if you remember that, but Mbappe missed a penalty. I don't know if I have to say this again, but Mbappe missed a penalty to win it. It's an incredible team. Jan Sommer really should be going to a bigger club. And it'll be a fun team to watch.
All right. The top two to finish out of the group for you guys. Jordan, you first.
I got Brazil winning it. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if we all had Brazil winning it. But I also have Switzerland making it out. It was very tough between Switzerland and Cameroon because I do love Cameroon. I feel like they're one of those African teams that has so much star quality, but their players go to play in France or go to play at another place, so they never really get that star-studded team that they should have.
All right, Junior.
And I have Brazil and Serbia. Like again, it was a toss up between Serbia and Switzerland. I just went with Serbia just because they have some players that could just do that, kind of win the game by just giving that extra goal. I don't think Switzerland has that.
Yeah, I picked Brazil and Serbia as well. Um, yeah, I just think Serbia's talent is gonna be the catalyst that pushes a little bit forward in front of Switzerland. All right, on to our last group, Group H. Um, Ghana,
Finally.
South Korea, and Uruguay. Um, First off, the Ghana team. You have notable players like Joseph Aidu, Daniel Amarty, Baba Rahman, Alexander Juku, Tariq Lamptey, Dennis Odoy, Mohamed Salisu, Andrea Yu, Mohamed Kudus, Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams. Um, Very, very good team got this Ghana side that um, reinforced themselves with some players that were eligible to play uh, in the for the Ghana national team. Um, Junior, what are your thoughts on this team?
Yeah, just having Iñaki Williams there, he's a talent, but I don't know how well he's gonna mesh with this Ghana team. But having him there is definitely a plus. I just don't expect much from Ghana as well. Another African team that I feel will disappoint. That's all I gotta say about them.
Jordan, your thoughts?
You named all those Ghanese players, I just thought to myself, like, there's so much quality in Africa. It's just that something always goes wrong, and I feel for them because Africa is such a wonderful place, such a wonderful people. But I hope Thomas Party has a good run. I hope Jordan Ayew could turn back time and have a good tournament. Marty, a youngster coming up in the ranks. It's just it's a hard group with Portugal and Uruguay and Korea Republic. It's just hopefully they play good.
Yeah, how you said Mohamed Kudus, a youngster coming in from that Ajax team, scored a banger against Rangers. Um, yeah, he's such an exciting prospect in that team. It's also saying with Inaki Williams that hopefully they're able to prove their talent in this group. Up next, the Portugal squad: Diego Costa, Jose Sa, Rui Patricio, and goal. Diego Dalot, João Cancelo, Danilo Pereira, Pepe, Ruben Dias, Antonio Silva, Nuno Mendes, Rafael Guerreiro. Midfielders: João Palhinha, Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, João Mario, Mateus Nunes, Vitinha, William Carvalho, Otávio, Cristiano Ronaldo, João Felix, Rafael Real, Ricardo Horta, con Carlos Ramos, and Andres Silva. Um, a very, very good squad for Portugal. Um, I think now that Ronaldo has the attacking support that maybe he's been lacking in past times. But I just feel like they need to find that defensive solidity that they had in the Euros one, their Euros run to their trophy. Um,
You mean the Nations League? Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, the Euro. Yeah.
Euro run and yeah, the Euro run that were very defensively well. Um, the last World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo. Another see if we can make a run towards it. Um, but overall, he's had very talented supporting squad squad members. Junior, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's him. You said he finally has more attacking options, especially with Leao being in form. Uh, and having Ruben Diaz there, a solid defender he have. Other than that, I think the midfield is gonna be their either they could take the pressure and if they could distribute the ball forward fast enough. I think that's gonna be the deciding factor of how they do against the better teams.
Jordan, your thoughts?
When you mentioned this Portugal team, let me pause for a second. I like how you named their names. They're like Neves, Fernandes, and then when you say Portugal, you go Portugal. You were doing all of them with an accent, and then you said Portugal in an English accent. I just thought it was funny. But what I was gonna say, Portugal is a very solid team in the back. They have Rafael Guerreiro as a left back. They have Nuno Mendes as an option in the left back, which I think they should play Rafael Guerreiro just because Rafael Guerreiro is better at attacking, in my opinion. So you have that open space where he could mix up with Rafael Leao. You also have Paulinho, who has been playing a phenomenal season at center defensive mid, who could help in that defense with Ruben Diaz. And I think Pepe, right? Pepe's the one that's going.
Yes.
I just think that that team is perfect for Ronaldo. The same as Messi's team is for Messi. This team is built for Ronaldo, but I feel like it's slightly leaning towards being built for Bruno Fernandes. I feel like they need a cam in that area that everybody could rely on. And I feel like Bruno Fernandes is the perfect person there. But I don't know how him and Ronaldo are currently, the chemistry, how that's working out. I hopefully they have a run because I would also love to see him hoist the World Cup.
Yeah. Up next, the South Korean team. Obviously, this is a human Son team. Um, Napoli defender Kim in there, very good. Um, what are your thoughts about this team?
Like you said, Cam, one outstanding player. I just what a season he's had. I think they're gonna need him, especially when they don't necessarily have that defensive, minded type of playing style. Having him there and also being from playing in Italy, where that's kind of like the play style there, is very going to be very important. So he kind of organizes his defense. I think that's going to be very important, especially against other big teams. And like you said, it's a Heung-min Son led team. It's going to rely on him. Funny enough, he's going to face Cristiano Ronaldo, who's kind of like his idol. Isn't that correct? One of his idols. So that'll be interesting to watch, especially when this team is kind of built around Heung-min Son. So it'll all depend, unfortunately, on Heung-min Son and what he can create for this team and what the team can create for him.
Jordan.
Yeah. I feel like they also have a lot of good pieces around him. Like Young, he's a very good midfielder. They have that what's his name? I'm terrible with names, but they do have a lot of players that you look around and they play in Bundesliga or they play in La Liga or they play in the Premier League, but they have a lot of quality players, and I think that kind of helps them that not that many players know of them. So it kind of gives you this illusion that it's just Human Son's team. But I feel like they could be a team that also surprises in this group, although maybe not be winning it, although they could like steal points here and there, like they did in the last World Cup.
All right, and our last team to analyze, Uruguay with Fernando Muslera, Ronaldo Araujo, Shevchenko, Martín Cáceres, Guillermo Varela, Matías Viña, Matías Oliveira, José María Jiménez, Diego Lucas Torreira, Matías Vecino, Rodrigo Bentancur, Nicolas de la Cruz, de Arrasqueta, Valverde, Belestri, Luis Suarez, Darwin Núñez, Maximiliano Gomez, and Edison Cavani. Outside of, La Garra, Charrua, that's what they're known for. They're going to be defensively well organized, stay back, and try to catch you in the counterattack. Valverde has been having an astounding season with Real Madrid. Darwin Núñez hasn't hit the ground running as we expected from him, coming from Benfica to Liverpool. Luis Suarez still banging in goals with Nacional. See what kind of level he's at. Edinson Cavani. Jordan could tell you more about what kind of season he's been having with Valencia. But overall, you just feel like this Uruguayan team have a good, solid team that play for each other and play for that national flag. Junior, Jordan, I'll go with you first so you can talk about Cavani.
Cavani, we got him for Valencia. I'm struggling for a bit because it is late. But Cavani is an amazing striker. El Arquero, they call them, right?
So what?
The archer, basically. He's such a clinical striker, especially at PSG, at Pescara, where was it Pescara or Palermo? I think it was Palermo. And then he went to Napoli, killed it, went to PSG, dominated when Zlatan was heading out. Like, this is a striker that people are like, oh yeah, he's goals, 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 that's it. He's also very defensive, and people don't really see that. You see that in that one clip that went around where Ronaldo lets a ball go for Manchester United, and he rushes towards it and makes the defender make a mistake and recovers the ball. He's a very good striker. With Valencia, he currently has 3 goals. 2 are penalties and 1 is a header, if I'm not mistaken. But he's such a clinical striker, especially pairing with Luis Suarez. I've missed. I think the last World Cup could have been a better chance for them, but now they have a little bit of age. I think their defense is well built. Their midfield is well built. This team could probably win it. I would say this is, like you said, Uruguay is one of the World Cup's main team. Like, when you think of World Cup, Uruguay is always in conversation.
All right, Junior, your thoughts on this Uruguay squad?
Yeah, they have a play style the same as Spain. It's not the beautiful football that you would associate, but it's their football and they play it well. They're gonna do the same again. They're gonna put some balls in for Darwin Núñez. I feel like he'll hit the ground running with Uruguay, especially having Luis Suarez there to free up that space for him and the pressure. Luis Suarez will take that and Darwin Nunes will get some goals in. I see them advancing in this group.
Alrighty, well, with most of our teams analyzed, we're gonna go ahead into the good stuff where we try to predict our teams that are gonna.
Well, we didn't predict who won the group.
Oh yeah, my bad. Alright, the top two for your group for this group, you know.
Portugal, Uruguay.
Jordan.
I have Portugal at second, Uruguay in first.
Wow, nice, nice. I have Portugal in first, and I have Ghana in second.
Of course you did.
Interesting.
I fucking knew you would do this shit.
Jordan, language.
Dude, disrespecting Uruguay. Your favorite player plays there, Valera. Disrespecting them. It's crazy.
After saying Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Well, no,
That's funny.
I just feel like the way that they play, like these other teams that are gonna try to like be more offensive and be on the front foot and take advantage of that.
They love that.
They're literally the best at pressuring.
They literally love other teams attacking them and then just getting the ball and going.
I don't know if you saw a game against Mexico, but Mexico was attacking a lot. And Uruguay finished 3-1.
So Valverde didn't get injured.
Oh my god.
Okay, fight this on.
All right. So what I got myself ahead. I got ahead of myself, but so we're gonna start predicting of what are the teams that are gonna perform in this World Cup. What are the teams that are gonna have a disappointment squad, the Golden Boot, and the Golden Glove, and who we think the final's gonna be, and overall who's gonna be the winner. So for first, we're gonna talk about our dark.
Well, first you need to clarify. This says we're dummies. We're big dummies. So just remember that we are really dumb, and these are opinions. These aren't facts. These are what we go on feeling.
No
on
one's
what we see.
no. Yeah, I think they get it after having us talk for an hour.
Yeah, we're not professionals. This is just three brothers that just wanted that love watching and love talking about football. That just want to share their takes and
All right, Kevin, you go first.
All right, my dark horse for this competition is gonna be a repeat of the Arrows, and I'm gonna go with Denmark. I think everything that I've said, for collectively and individually, they have what it takes to make a run out of this World Cup. And not a lot of people are gonna be expecting it, but I feel like just they're gonna be rallying around Ericsson and gonna make a good run in this competition.
What do you mean, dark horse? No, how are they the dark horse? I think Switzerland was more of a dark horse because they beat France in the go to the semifinals.
Yeah, but nobody expected much of Denmark. That's what a dark horse is. They're like, you don't expect them to do
So
more
you
than
expected Switzerland
just
to
the group
beat
stage.
France. So you expected
No,
Switzerland to make
it's
it that
another
far?
dark horse. Could be many dark horses, but that's his dark horse. Just give your dark horse.
That's retarded.
Oh my gosh.
To be honest, I can't think of dark horse. I feel like there's so many dark horses. Like in this competition, there's always a dark horse.
Yeah, dark horse for you.
I can't, because I expect the teams to go.
All right, then let me talk.
I expect them to go far. Like, I don't know.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
I go with Netherlands. I know I said some bad things about Netherlands, but I feel like they could overcome it, and do more than they expected of them.
Okay, that's a good one. All right. Up next, our disappointment of the tournament. Um, I had them finishing second in their group, and I'm gonna go with France. I think France are gonna be disappointment of the tournament. Um, how I said, I think Deschamps' reliance on trying to fit on Griezmann, Benzema, and Mbappe in the same starting 11 is what is gonna cost the France. And I just feel they will get through the group stage, but I feel like they'll get eliminated out of the group. Uh, Junior, we'll go with first you. Your disappointment of the World Cup.
My disappointment, I think, will be Mexico. I feel like Mexico's very underwhelming under Tata Martino. I just love Mexico and I love the U.S. and I expect a lot. I think the U.S. is gonna do just what we expect them to do, but I think Mexico is gonna disappoint. Like they might, like I said, they might or might not make it out of the group stage. And if they do make it out of the group stage, it's that again that that first game and they're out. I don't see them going further than that.
All right, Junior, Jordan, your disappointment of the tournament.
I pick Croatia. I don't even have them getting out of the group. I feel like people, just because Modric won the Ballon d'Or, people are like, oh, they're the best team. They're not.
Alrighty. All right. The Golden Boot. Junior, I'll go with you first.
I think this one will be Mbappe. I feel like the team is built for him. I think Benzema relishes that role of have giving the ball to someone else, and then I don't think he'll. I think he'll score some goals, but I don't think he minds having Mbappe being the goal scorer of the team, knowing how much talent Mbappe has. So I'm going with Mbappe.
Jordan, your Golden Boot winner.
I have El Toro Martinez winning it for Argentina. I feel like Messi is going to be assisting way more than scoring this tournament. And I feel like because it's Messi's World Cup, last World Cup, I mean, people are going to be like, oh, cover Messi, cover Messi. And I think that will leave an opening for the strikers, Lautaro and Angel Correa. So that's how I picked.
Alrighty. My Golden Boot winner, I have the one and only El Bicho.
Embarrassing.
Who do you pick?
Ronaldo will try to
Cristiano.
Who calls him El
Portugal
Picho?
back once more and try to deliver that trophy for his nation.
That's from like old school Real Madrid. That's what they first called him, El Bicho.
I thought he said bitch, yo. I was like, bitch? I was like, who's the bitch, yo? I was like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, Jordan.
What? You can't cuss?
You can't?
All right, our Golden Glove winner.
I
Go ahead, Jordan. You go first.
I have Courtois winning the Golden Glove. I feel like Courtois might keep Belgium in the competition. And I think this might just grow his legend further of how good of goal he is.
All right, Junior.
I have Emi Martinez winning it just because I feel like he's gonna take them to that final. Among other players, I just think he'll be crucial for them to make it to the final. So I have Emi Martinez.
Yeah, I'm with the same with Junior. I think I said Argentina have been defensively very, very well, very solid. Not something that we usually accustom Argentina to be. I feel like Emiliano Martinez is going to be a big reason on why that is. All right, so our predicted finals for the World Cup.
I think you're missing one player of the tournament.
I didn't even know that was a list.
Junior, you go first.
I mean, do we have to say it? Messi.
All right, Jordan.
Do I even have to say it? Messi.
Yeah, I have Messi winning player of the tournament. Um, all right, our predicted finals of who's gonna be at the World Cup. Jordan, I'm gonna go with you first.
I have a rematch of Argentina v Germany.
Whoa, Argentina, Germany. All right, Junior.
I have Argentina, France because I just did, I just did the bracket and that's what I came up with. Argentina, France.
Oh, so you're using AI to your advantage? Wow.
No, I put down my picks and then I did them in the bracket and that's what I came up with.
Okay.
This is a dummy football thing.
My final, I got Argentina versus Portugal.
Of course you do.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and go with the winners of who wins the World Cup.
You go first.
I I feel Argentina's gonna win the World Cup. Jordan.
Oh man, I hate that. If we also the same team, I did feel like it's not gonna happen, but I picked Argentina too.
Yeah, you guys already know who I'm picking.
Yes.
Yeah, so Argentina's gonna lose in the group stage.
So
If
yeah,
three
we all
dummies picked Argentina, that means they're not gonna win, dude.
expect Argentina's gonna win the World Cup
Yeah,
at Qatar. Um,
making it 3 stars in the chest.
I mean, we've all talked about how we all feel this is Messi year and Argentina year collectively. Um, yeah, excited to kick off the World Cup on Sunday. I know I'm gonna be watching along to most of the games. Um, of course, for the big games of the tournament. But this has been our analysis and our predictions and our getting it ready for the World Cup to start this weekend. Um, anything else you guys want to add?
Nothing. Just hope you guys stay tuned and keep going with us in this journey. We're just talking about football. We love debating. What are you laughing now?
See? I'm laughing at that. But I was gonna say, if you listen this long into this shit, you must be a real dummy.
Yeah, this has been a 2 hour show already. No, it was a lot of teams to go over, a lot of teams to discuss. So this is probably be our biggest one. I don't think we're gonna be doing it 2 hours long every uh every show, but yeah, you could already tell there's some hot takes that we have each one with our team. So stick along with us so we can get those debates to you and you can witness those. Um, appreciate the listen. Hope you guys stick around so you guys can see our evolution. But this been that was our show, and hope you enjoyed it.